What it do, my gente? Your boys coming through once again with a new video. On today's video, we're gonna talk about me and how I started a donut shop in Mexico. For those who are new to my channel, new subscribers, man, and for those future ones, man. First of all, thank you for the support. And this is something for you guys to know part of my story and how I came where I'm at. So, I got sentenced to 20 years, 4 months for the charge of basically a shooting. The shooting, gang related. And I went in when I was 19. Eventually, they passed a law that was called SB 261, and it was meant for those individuals who committed a crime when they were 25 years and under, right? This helped me in the sense that it gave me a chance to go home earlier. All I had to do is prepare myself like the people, like the lifers in CDCR, with the packet, with the knowledge, and understand myself and what was the cost of everything and how I'm addressing it, right? So after me going to board on 2021, I got blessed and granted parole. I ended up doing 15 years because that's the thing with the SB 261. On your 15 year, you go to board, and I got granted. So at this time, I thought I was gonna get released, right? But I had a ICE hold. I was sent to ICE. Of course, I was given a case, and at this point, I didn't want to fight for myself, man. I just want to regain my freedom, and that's it. So I accepted. I waived my rights, sent me to Mexico. So I was sent to Mexico. Eventually, I landed right here like around October of 2021, and my family picked me up, came home, and that was it. That was it. At this point, I was like, took a 1 month off just to enjoy life, enjoy my freedom, go explore things and stuff like that. Before I put on work mode, you know. Before I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go full throttle. There's no stopping me. So during this time, my family are people who worked on the fields, you know, and for generations, talking about back from my grandpa, man, they used to send pistachios right here to Mexico, and they sell them for whatever price, right? So when I came out, the price was 80 pesos per bag, around $4, around that thing. So it was one bag of this, which is full. This is empty, but it's a full bag of this, which it comes to about like a pound. They were selling for 80 pesos. So when the family sent me my mom, God bless my mom, man, for helping me for this. When she sent me sacks like this, just trip on this. When she sent me this, full pistachios, man. Like 5 of those full pistachios, man. And it was like, you know what? When I seen the 80 peso price, I was like, what are you guys doing? You guys don't believe in inflation? You've been having this price for years. So I came out like, I'm gonna sell this for $7. You know, I'll put $3 more, almost double. So 140 pesos, and everybody thought that was crazy. Everybody thought that I was crazy. Like, hell no, you're not gonna sell this, and you're crazy. I told them, look, what we can do is different family members, we can get together and put that price out there. But nobody was willing to do that. So I was left on my own. I was like, all right, I'll figure it out. And guess what? I did. Instead of selling those pistachios where my family usually sells them, I had to drive. I had to drive maybe like 30 minutes, 25 minutes, and park by a by some kind of company, right? And from right there, I start selling them 140, 140, 140. Why they're so expensive? Because that's the price I'm giving them. Why so expensive? That's the price I'm giving them. You're not obligated to buy pistachios, man. You can buy from a different individual. And that's how I went. Every time. And guess what? Everything sold out. Everything sold out. So I got other family members with pistachios. Guess what? What are you going to do with that? Or you're selling them for 80 pesos? Let me buy them from you. You get some for 80 pesos, I'll buy them from you, and I'll resell them for 140. And that's what I did. And came to a point where they didn't want to sell it for me no more. They're like, nah, we're good. If you're gonna buy them from me, you're gonna pay more. Like, no, all right, it's all good. I did what I did, and guess what? I came with a stack of money. We had bank in a sense, right? So I had this money, and I had my stimulus check, because remember, I was a resident, and I got my. They sent 3 checks. I was only able to get 2. The other one, either somebody spent it or it was sent back to the to whoever sent it, right? So we came with those dollars. So during this period, people were telling me, "Hey man, you should go over there and play and work at the call center. You know how to speak English. It's a good pay, which is a good pay. We were paying 3,000 per week, which is a good pay, man. Nobody's making that much money right here." And I thought about it, but again, that call center is probably like 40 minutes from my house. So I'm thinking about, okay, gas, the car, because it's going to affect all those miles on the car. And for how long? What was the long-term goal of this? And I didn't see myself doing this forever. So I was like, I'm going to stop on this. But one time, right? This is how the donut shop was created. One time, there was this one spot about donuts, and everybody was making a big deal about this, man. The donut shop, the donut shop, the donut shop. And I was like, you know what? Let's stop right here. Let's taste the donuts, right? I still remember what kind of donut I tasted. It was a cream cheese Oreo donut, which was pretty good, man. But there was something missing. You know when you taste a donut, man, and you just bite it, and it feels like you're just biting like a marshmallow, like it melts in your mouth and stuff like that? They didn't have that. Their donut was like denser. It was not as soft as a good donut, you know? And boom, that's where it clicked. These guys are super famous. They're not in the biggest city where we at. They're in a small town. And their dough is not as soft as the US dough. I was like, we're gonna put a donut shop in the big city, and we're gonna make it with the US dough so it can be soft, so they can know what a real donut tastes like. So all of our savings were put into this little project. I was moving first. I was learning about this product. So what I did, start going to different donut shops at the city. I had to drive 40 miles, hit different donut shops, taste their donuts, man, and see the difference between all of them. Eventually, there was one donut shop that they had good donuts. And I started talking to that guy. Hey, man, this is my plan. I want to open a donut shop far away from here. Can you lace me up a little bit when it comes down to doing this? Of course, he was good enough to lace me up on some things, provide me with the supplier where I can get everything. And of course, before I left, I always buy a dozen, you know. And I used to take a couple trips, talk to him, get his knowledge, go into YouTube, research how to make donuts, get that knowledge, and it came to a point that we bought some product and we started making our homemade donuts right here, right? We didn't have an approval, we didn't have none of that stuff, so we had to tweak it to the sense that you know what, we had to make like a homemade proofer. We had to do this, and we did our first donuts. We did them. They're all right. Eventually, there was a party that somebody was like, "Hey man, can you make some donuts for us?" All right, we made those donuts from them for free. You know, don't even trip. Thank you for giving us the opportunity of making donuts for something, and we did. We did. They liked them. We did. Of course, they didn't taste like the donuts that we're making now, but we were trying. You know, we were trying. Eventually, once we were like, you know what, it's time to do this, uh, we decided to start buying the equipment that we needed. Of course, we got the money, my stimulus check. We got the money from the pistachio sales, and it was like, okay, if we just buy like new equipment, just on two things, that money's gonna go away, and that's it. You know what I mean? We're gonna need way more money. So we start buying nothing but used stuff, checking on the different platforms, looking for deals, going over there and buying something, and offering a different price. You know, trying to make that money last, because pistachio season was not. It was over, and it was gonna come to next year, man. So it was right now, get it or get it. So eventually we got the proofer, we got a fridge, we did a stand to put our donuts, a mixer, the fryer, we got tables, sinks, stuff like that, you know. And slowly I end up finding a spot to rent. We eventually, once they gave us a thing, we went in there and painted ourselves, fixed it ourselves, put a wall by ourselves, because we didn't have the money to pay somebody else to do it. You know, we almost ran out of all the money, and it came to the point that basically we were like, you know what, this is it. There's no going back. There's no space for failure. It's now or now. And we did the best that we could. We had the support of our family, in the sense that they posted on their social media stuff that we're gonna open. It was a grand opening of our donut shop at the biggest city right here. And remember that day, we did, just me and the wifey, over 300 donuts for sure. Like 300 donuts for sure, man. It was a non-stop, all day decorating, all day doing everything, man. And so far, it's been already 2.5 years, man. We're still pushing. 2.5 years, still pushing. And it's not it's not ending. It's right here. We're stable. We got a G ride. We're selling donuts on the streets. We got the shop. And do I consider myself a success story? I do not. I consider myself an individual that didn't give up, that overcame his obstacles. Somebody who was willing to put in the hard work and sacrifice to the better, to provide a better life to my kids, you know. It was not easy. It's still not easy, man. Sometimes we have to put a long hours, man. Long hours. But tell you one thing though. We are more stable than those guys that doubted me. That were like, a donut shop? You don't know how to make donuts. They said, I know. I don't know how to make donuts. But I'll learn. And guess what? We're right here. Doing what we had to do. So this video is for you guys, man, who are new to the channel, who don't know about my story, who are gonna be my new subscribers, man, and those who've been supporting my channel, man, which I appreciate every single one of you, man. This channel is not about toughness. It's about showing you, man, that if I was willing to do this and was able to do it, that you guys can as well. That you can see that not because I got deported, that meant that everything was done. No. This is to show you guys, man, that everything is right here. Everything depends how strong-minded you are, and to humble yourself, you know. That with those principles, man, responsibility, accountability, consistency, you can accomplish, man. You can accomplish whatever you want, as long as you have that vision. Okay? Have your vision and do what you have to do to accomplish that goal. So that's what this channel is, and this is my story, man. With this being said, don't forget to comment, you know, what you think. Like the video, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'll highly appreciate it. Ahora sí, with this being said, I'm gone. I wish nothing but the best to you and your familia. My best wishes to you guys, man. And I'm out.